What is shaking, Pokemon fans? It is Blaiktrout here, and I'm here to give you your Pokemon Elite Battle Association draft analysis. I had to make another one because apparently the first one could not do anything for me. So let's see, what do I want to start on? I picked up 11 Pokemon. They're all from tiers 1 through 5. I don't really think there's anything else to add in, but I wanted to talk about each Pokemon, about why I picked them up and what they can do. So let's start with the first round draft pick. Latios. I wanted to pick up a dragon type really badly. I really wanted to get Kyurem Black, and I was the second pick of each round, and was the second to last pick of the second round. And I had easy chance to kind of get the wheel to go my way. And what I was really pissed about was that, like, right off the bat, boom, the person in front of me, he picked up Kyurem Black, so I couldn't get it. And I was like, wow, are you serious? I got straight up sniped. And I was about to snipe the other guy that was after me because he wanted that Kyurem Black too. It didn't matter. Like, everybody wants Kyurem Black. It's such a disgusting offensive monster, and it's just dumb because there's not much to defend against it. Not many Pokemon defend it. It's like, even if you block it, its Fusion Bolt or physical offensive power, it still has special moves that can still screw you up. I don't think there's really any way you can kind of get away from it. Like, I just don't know how you can. Okay, so moving on from that, we can talk about what I had and why I picked Latios. It was the next best dragon. There wasn't much else to talk about. And in all honesty, it really wasn't a bad pickup. Plus it has Levitate, so therefore my ground weaknesses are gone right there. But it does have a problem with its multiple weaknesses. But it only has 6 weaknesses that are all super coverable. So I mean, really I can give it its own stat distribution. You look at it, you got 80 base HP, 90 base attack. Really, its special attack and speed is what stands out. And its special defense is also pretty okay too. So I can make a nice Scarf set offensively. It's an offensive monster. It gets a pretty good move pool. I mean, if you kind of just look at it right here, you have freaking Body Slam. I'm kidding. But you have Calm Mind, you have Dragon Dance, so it can be physical if possible. If you want to use Dragon Dance, I don't think Dragon Dance is a bad idea. I may use that this season, I might not. It really depends on who I'm fighting up against. It gets Draco. It really has a bunch of great special moves, so a little spec set can also be very usable. And it's pretty great what you can do with it. It also has Light Screen, Magic Code. It's got a large move pool. Even the useless stuff is some of it's kind of good. So, you know, that's kind of what I was thinking about, and really, it's part of the core I wanted to get. I really wanted to get a Fairy Dragon Steel core for the first couple rounds, and, you know, I did it with every draft. Like, the first 3, I always get a core, and whether it be PCBL, where I picked up a Firewater Grass core this time, or, like, Season 6 of that season, 6 of that league, I picked up a Fairy Dragon Steel. I always go back and forth on what I want to get. And if it's like, I'm feeling like a Fairy Dragon Steel core instead of whatever, because they all cover each other so well. And the core I picked up isn't the greatest. It has certain weaknesses, but it kind of helps each other out in the end. Alright, so let's move on to the second pickup. Meryl Cujo, the Mega Autono. I picked up Autono for a second time because of how well it worked with me in PCBL 6. I mean, sure, it only had 1 kill, and I really just prefer using defensive megas because they just work better with me, and I can really rely on those to, when I use them, that they can just take hits and I can just set up and whatnot. And with Mega Autono, it kind of filled in more things that I can do, because I was thinking about going Togekiss super hard, but I'm like, I don't really want to. Plus I wanted to use something different and wanted to use Mega Autono again. I had a lot of success with it before, and I think I can get some pretty good success with it now. And sure, it has a normal fairy typing, so it does lose to the poison and steel type, but really it kind of does have good defenses. Really great defenses. It already has great HP, like 103 is nothing to scoff at. High HP, and it also has really great defenses, so either way I can make a mixed defensive set, or go all out in one or the other and still not really lose anything important. Plus its special attack is decent, so you can do Calm Mind. It gets all the cleric things you need. And I mean, regular Autono is great by itself as well. I mean, it's just obvious. It even gets physical moves, which I really wouldn't recommend it using anyways, because not enough. It also gets Calm Mind, so you can use setup. It's possible to make that work. And it also gets a plethora of offensive moves because normal types have very large move pools. I mean, they naturally have very large move pools. So there you go. I guess the next one we're going to go to the third because I really have nothing else to say about it. I don't really do. So now our third round draft pick is Starboy the Jirachi. Now the reason why I picked up Jirachi here was because I never used this thing before. I've used Shaman, I've used just Shaman. Yep, that's it. For mystical Pokemon. And really, mystical Pokemon have that versatility where it can be offensively and defensively viable. And that's great. I mean, Celebi's also pretty good, but I picked up Jirachi because I love that Steel Psychic typing. It was either going to be this or Heatran or Metagross, but I thought if I had the opportunity, I'd take it, and I took it. It's got really good stats, of course, 100 all around, so a max HP set brings it up to 304 HP max. Everything else is going to be around the 200s no matter what, or 300 if maxed out. Mostly 328 if it's a plus nature for that deserved parameter or type. It doesn't really matter. It's also got a really great annoying ability called Serene Grace. So by looking at his moveset, moves like pretty much flinch hack sets will work great with this thing. And if I get a decent electric type where I can just paralyze you and then just hit you with Iron Head over and over again, you will freaking rage quit. And I don't like using Jirachi like that, but I will if I have to win. Because it's legal! Alright, so aside from that, it also has really good special moves. It also has decent setup with Calm Mind, so I might pull a special set out of my hat somewhere. I mean, it does get a pretty good move pool. I mean, it gets Play Rough. So it can hit hard physically against its weaknesses. I mean, you know, it had all the elemental punches. It's got Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, I think. Nope, it doesn't. But it has Thunder Punch, all the elemental punches. It also has Dazzling Gleam and Moonblast, which are very good moves. It gets Draco Meteor. It's just got a really good move pool. It's amazing. It's an offensive asset. It just fits. It works. It's just crazy. It gets Psychic Size Shock, Zen Headbutt. It even gets Reflect and Light Screen. I think it gets Light Screen. The Light Screen? It does. So you can set up screens. So really, Jirachi in my case is probably one of the first Pokemon where I'm thinking, whoa, I can do whatever I possibly can with this thing and it'll work out because its typing can make it work out. I mean, it only loses to 4 types. What, like Fire, Dark, Ghost, and Ground? All coverable with this core. Well, the Ghost part's coverable thanks to Merle Cujo. Oh, actually his name's not Merle. It's Mercil Cujo. Ha, Mercil Cujo. Amazing. How did I miss that? But it doesn't matter. Like I said before, Moonblast is still pretty great. Meteor Mash hits for damage. And that whole 10% chance of getting that attack loop becomes 20%. Yep, Serene Grace doubles all effects. So I can literally hack someone to hell if possible and win games like that. I mean, it's got a great move pool. And the special move pool is godly. So if I want to do special, if I want to do a Scarf or Specs, Jirachi set, or a Calm Mind set, it'll work out. So there's nothing that can be said or done. Alright, let's move on to the next one. I'm getting kind of tired of talking about this thing. And our round 4 pick is Volcarona, Radiana the Volcarona. I really like Volcarona as a Pokemon, you know, and I really want to enjoy using it. I never got to use this Pokemon for a week before, and I've seen people use it and they have so much fun with it. And really, I love the Bug Fire typing. It's a good looking Pokemon, and with a great ability, whether it being Flame Body or Swarm. And they both work out, because Flame Body is a great defensive deterrent to prevent people from hitting you, because then they just hit with a 30% chance of burning themselves. And then they burn themselves, and boom, their whole plan falls to shambles. Like, what the heck? Alright, so yeah, I love Volcarona. It's just a great Pokemon. Okay, so yeah, really it's got great stats if you look at it. 85 HP is pretty nice. Great special attack, 135. Pretty much 130 right off the bat is already great. That means like max modest, I think it's 405 or something. Anyways, it has really good speed. 100 base speed is a great speed stat, meaning a +1 has to be used almost most of the metagame right off the bat. What also makes this a lot better is pretty much on the grounds that it can get pretty strong. It's got a great move pool. Well, maybe not great, but just something good offensively. It's got Bug Buzz, Calm Mind, which you kind of don't use because you got Quiver Dance, which is a better Calm Mind because you get speed. It's basically a Calm Mind added with speed. It gets Fiery Dance, which gives it a 50% chance of raising special attack off the gates, and some people do Fiery Dance, but some people rather do Fire Blast or Flamethrower because they're stronger. And I ain't even against that. Like, I mean, I could appreciate this Fiery Dance boost, but I'd rather use that in the league than use that in laddering. And it also gets Flare Blitz. That's actually insane, but it has no attack and has no business being there. It gets Hurricane if possible. It also gets Psychic. It gets some decent coverage moves for its weaknesses. Well, not really. Loses to Rock. It doesn't get Grass type moves. Oh, yes, it does. It gets Giga Drain. So yeah, usually, I mean, its weaknesses could kind of be where it has that huge rock problem, and they're going to always set up Stealth Rocks, and they're most likely going to prep for Roll Corona compared to everything else. That's how I see it, and that means it's a perfect opportunity to psych people out and be like, not bring it, and they'd be like, oh shoot, we prepped for this thing, and he's not even bringing it. There you go. I've done that to people before where they thought I was going to bring one thing, and I completely just say, no, I'm not even going to bring my Mega to this, it ain't even worth it, and I'm like, this team literally does F my Mega up, so why would I bring it? And, you know, that's just how it is. Like, I'm willing to make that move where I can just be all, I'm not going to use something that's actually pretty critical on my team, because people will expect that. Expect the unexpected, people. So let's move on to Pokemon number 5. Okay, so our 5th Pokemon here is Carly Shaman the Shaman. Yep, Carly Shaman's back. And with my 5th round pick, a really decent grass type, and I kind of thought to myself that I really would love to use this thing again if I got the opportunity. Plus, it was a pretty good tier 2 pickup, therefore, with my free tier 2 pick. I'm not feeling good right now. Oh, goodness. Dang, burping. I mean, you know, same thing, another mystical Pokemon. I really wanted to have it where I would have a crazy butt core of having Jirachi, or actually the most deadliest Firewater Grass move you could possibly ever afford to get would be like Victini, Manaphy, and Shaman. That's an unbeatable core right there. Freaking amazing. But yeah, once again, it's a great mon offensively as well as defensively. It gets aromatherapy to help, so it can be a bit of a cleric. It also has natural cure anyway, so therefore it wouldn't need it. It also has really good moves like Seed Flare. Its stats are of course 100 across the board, and you can try to make this thing physical if possible, because it does get Bullet Seed and Seed Bomb, and it does get Swords Dance, which is freaking crazy, but it does. I mean, there's really not many physical attacks it can really use, so really there's almost no point in even doing physical. But special, you got Calm Mind, I think. No, you don't get Calm Mind. What do you have? I was so worried I was going to have Calm Mind or something. Now I'm not even afraid anymore. But like I said before, it's still pretty good, and it has really good special attacks, so you can in some way fix it to where you want to win that way, or you can make it your somewhat leech seeding cleric if possible. Not even a bad idea. It's also got other moves. It even has Ominous Wind, which is pretty cool. And otherwise, it's really more of like, the reason why it's the lamer of most of them is that it doesn't have anything else to do, except either you use it offensively to your liking, or you try to use Leech Seed and try to keep yourself alive as well as possible. Which I love grass types. I love grass types for Leech Seed because you pretty much kind of force either your opponent to switch if they're on an unfavorable situation, but they really can't set up to do anything. Like, don't you get Calm Mind? I'm pretty sure you did last time. Well, I don't think you do. Alright, I guess you don't. For some reason I was thinking it did. Why did I think that? Alright, well, I guess we can move on to the next pick. There's really nothing else to talk about with Shaman. Shaman, which is a really good pickup that can really help me with my Firewater Grass core, and this may be my most controversial pick. Okay, so my 6th round pick is, of course, Trapping the Toxapex. I don't know why I picked this thing up. I'm usually not a person that picks up water types like this, especially Trapping, but it has really good defenses, and I thought, hey, I got the opportunity, I could take it. And if I don't like it, I can trade it for another water type that's better. So really, that's kind of how I've been feeling about it. I picked it up. It has Merciless, which is an okay ability if it poisons, but every hit crits, and that's pretty great. It gets Regenerator, therefore it basically also gets Haze to shut down any form of setup. It only loses to Ground, Electric, and Psychic, which again, I have Psychic resistances out the box, and my Electric weaknesses, I got mons to cover that. And then Ground, Telegon, and my other pick. So there, picks. So there you go. Really, it's not a bad thing. Problem is, it doesn't have any offensive presence whatsoever. So I'm more or less afraid of Toxapex than I am about other water types that could potentially have some type of offensive presence. Like Suicune's scarier than this thing, or Milotic is scarier than this thing. It's just with Toxapex, it's just there. It can poison your team, but if you have a poison type, it doesn't really matter. It has Magic Coat, which is pretty cool. It's the whole move pool is interesting, but if it doesn't have any attack, I don't know why I thought of it being good. But it has everything that's necessary defensively. Recover, Baneful Bunker to poison moves, and it's like protect with poison. It's like what Spiky Shield is, where boom, you're protected, and you damage your opponent on the process with 12%. Which is pretty cool. It also gets knockoff, so that's pretty awesome. Alright, let's move on to the next one, I guess. I don't really know if there's anything to talk about. Oh, its stats? Yeah, it has no HP. Or attack or defense, special attack or speed. But its defenses are godly. Like, without any investment, it's already in the 300s. So I literally can make this thing max attack, max special. I don't think a modest would matter. But it's like if I did max out its defenses, it's going to be in the 400s, 460s. You know, like that. Which is still pretty good. I mean, Toxapex is still pretty underrated. Or overrated. Is it overrated? Probably not. I'm just assuming. So let's just move on to the next ones because I'm kind of getting bored of this thing. Here is my round 7th pick, Dan Kuso the Scrafty. I love Scrafty. Problem is I've not treated it right. I picked it up in PCBL 6, thinking that'd be a nice dark fighting type, realizing that I don't have any big opportunities to use it. I just went and got rid of it. It has 3 amazing abilities, Shed Skin, Moxie, Intimidate. Pretty good. I mean, really, I can already think of situations of when to ever use Scrafty. I really would think of using Moxie if I had the Dragon Dance set and wanted to kind of sweep, or Intimidate just to have some type of defensive and presence to keep physical attackers at bay, and Shed Skin to get rid of my Rest, Sleep, or other afflictions, which is like a 33% chance, which means that one of the 3 turns where I'm supposed to be Toxic Depth, it won't happen. It's pretty neat. I like using it. It even has a decent move pool. It even gets Acid Spray. That is wild. That is live. Oh my goodness. It also gets Brick Break bulk up. So usually the bulk up Dragon Dance setup is nice. It gets Iron Head to cover for fairies. Its only issue is really just it's not fast. And I mean, its move pool's decent. It's got everything you would need. It even gets Detect. It gets Crunch, Knockoff, which is one of the best moves in the game. You also get Focus Blast. You really don't have any potential with it special-wise, but physically it does hit hard. It even gets a Outrage, not Dragon Rage. It even gets some of the elemental punches. I don't even think it gets Thunder Punch, but or Fire Punch. Oh no, it does. Yeah, I think it gets all the elemental punches. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And Zen Headbutt and Iron Head, Sludge Bomb. Oh, that's nice. Rock Slide. Yeah, so that's it. I can't think of anything else that it gets. It's crazy impressive. So let's just move on to the 8th round pick. Okay, hey, look, I picked up Savali. Chameleon. Why did I pick up Savali? I needed a tier 3 pick, and I thought that using Savali would be great because I can use its type advantage to cater to my needs of coverage. It has good stats all around the board. I guess except attack, because apparently everything else is at least 226, but attack just isn't. Oh, right, there's no... Oh, never mind, I take it back. If it was 6 IVs. 5, it's probably only going to be that much. Whatever. I mean, you can make this thing offensively or defensive. You can sometimes make it mix. Parting Shot's kind of what gives this thing the maximum ticket for me, and I can use that as a priority move to just shut my opponents down offensively. It also has the RKS system, therefore it gets pretty much any type it wants. And really, when I think about it, we used to have it in PCBL where we just only gave it 4 types. And that person had to choose from those 4, but then we gave them every type because it really wasn't that big or that good of a Pokemon. Then, tier 3 seems reasonable. I mean, it's PU now because no one uses it. People use type null over it. And that's because you really can't use other types because then you just sacrifice an item slot and it's just like a lame, worser version of Arceus. Other than that, it does just have a pretty big move pool because it's a normal type. So you can pretty much do a lot of things and give it the form of stab that it would need. It gets Outrage and Draco Meteor. So it got good moves. Even multi-attack is a 90 power physical move. So it's kind of slated to work better physically than special. I mean, you can go one way or the other and it'll work perfectly for it. It doesn't get any, I mean, it gets work up, I think. No, it does not get work up. I lied. Or no. I lied, yeah. It doesn't get work up. It does get sword stance. So really it's fitted to be more physical, and it can still work special if you need it to. So really, in a league, Silvally is pretty cool because you can kind of cater it to your needs in almost any way or form, but just as a deterrent or as a coverage mon. Yep. Alright, round 9 pickup. I had almost no choice but to pick up Wicca the Mismagius. I wanted a ghost type, but I didn't have enough points. I only had about 60 points left and a free tier 5 slot left at this point. So I went and picked up Mismagius, only on the case that it has really good speed. 105 speed is nothing to really wink at, but it's still pretty nice. Still okay, I guess. Great special defense, great special attack, everything else is 60. So, you know, that's not what it is. It's not bad. I don't hate it. It gets Levitate too, so ground types can't mess with me. My only issue is that it does not have any defenses. You can also do a Calm Mind, I think, and Nasty Plot. Yep, Calm Mind, Nasty Plot, that works out in your favor. So you can get some sweet potential out of this thing. It also gets Destiny Bond, so it can mess stuff up there. Gets Dazzling Gleam, Dark Pulse, Energy Ball, Hex. Some pretty good moves, actually, special-wise. You even get Magic Coat. No, it does not get Magic Coat. What made me think it got Magic Coat? Oh, no, it does! And Memento. Z Memento? Oh, wait, can't do that. My Z captain is freaking Volcarona. So there you go. Gets Pain Split, Perish Song, Power Gem. And so it does have a multitude of moves that are useful. And it's got the usual Will-O-Wisp, which helps me take down normal attackers, physical attackers. So yeah, it's still pretty okay. I thought it was a pretty good pickup. Wicca is a very nice name for witches, so there you go. So let me just move on to the next one because I'm starting to get super bored. I got Lasco. Get it? Because it's Rotom fan. Lasco fans. I think I have a Lasco fan in my room right now. That's how popular it is. Well, it's the electric flying type, and of course I thought, I need an electric type, but I want something that also isn't weak to ground. So electric flying is a really good combination along with levitate, so naturally I won't get screwed up hard by anything. Problem is it does get more weaknesses compared to Rotom Wash itself. Rotom Wash only has grass as a weakness, and ground if Mold Breaker kicks in. What's cool about this thing is it's my other Defogger. It also has a decent amount of special moves, mostly Air Slash, Hex, and... oh god, I'm tired. Ugh. Red. I'm bored, my guy. I'm kidding. Let's just finish this off. So the cool thing is it also gets the ability. No, it just has the ability hack. It gets Hex. Cool. So yeah, you know, it's got decent moves. It does everything that Rotom does. It's just a different typing and a different move called Air Slash. It's not any faster or stronger than any of the other Rotom forms. Problem is, though, is that its typing is weak to Rock and Stealth Rocks, but it's cool. So what? It's only Rock, Ice. That's it. That's literally its only weaknesses is Rock and Ice. And my problem is that one of those are pretty common, I think. It was either this or Rotom Frost, and Rotom Frost is a neat thing to have as an Ice type. So good offensive typing, but it gets destroyed by Fighting, Steel, Rock, Fire, and Ground, and Mold Breaker Ground. So that's literally 4 types I don't want to deal with. So it's better this way. Yep, better this way. God, why am I so yawny today? Like, it's really weird. Oh man, I'm getting kind of bored here. I can't really do anything till tomorrow, so this is when the video's coming out. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. I can't really think of anything else. It just does Rotom things. And it was a good electric type pickup that was pretty cheap to get. And the last one, the big dog, Slacking, DK Behemoth. I picked this boy up because I really needed something that could hit hard and was somewhat fast. Well, my only issues and problems were is that it doesn't have... 1 second. Yeah! Alright, DK Behemoth here is a beast. It's got such great stats. It has 670 base stats. That's better than some legendaries. Most legendaries. It has 150 base HP, so that's ridiculously high. Therefore, putting it up, I'm already gotten like a sample set kind of for it. Look at this. It has really somewhat decent special defense. I mean, really, it's weakest. That's literally the only weakest thing it has. That's it. Its only weakest aspect is special defense. Oh, and Truant, which kind of means it only moves half the time. Even if it moves half the time, it still hits extremely hard, and you can still take advantage of it because Truant does not activate right when it comes out. So switch potential is still pretty good. It has a great move pool. Well, great move pool physically. He gets body slam, brick break, bulk up, so you can do setup if you want to try that, and no guarantee. It gets encore, which is pretty annoying. So you can catch your opponent in a bit of a I gotta switch out type of thing. It also has facade, so if it does get status, it'll do double. It gets retaliate, therefore it makes it one of the most dangerous revenge killers because that's a stab move. Basically, that means if it's 70 base, it gets doubled. Add stab, it's basically a 210 power move. And if I'm banded, it's gone. It's over. I mean, seriously, 160 base attack. That's ridiculous. I literally have to put almost no investment for it to still be effective in the game. I mean, if I did like something adamant and gave it 252 max, 426. So literally, it has attack that's almost as big as Hoopa U, but it's faster. It has 100 base speed. That's scarfable right there, baby. Only reason that holds it back is that it has pretty much a fighting type weakness, and it's not faster. And I really can't make it super niche or super specialized. It's got to be a mon that either moves fast and hits hard, or a mon that takes hits and hits hard. I mean, I can do defensive, and it still works in my favor. 100 defense is still nothing to sneeze at. Like the HP and defense and special defense bulkitude, still pretty good. I mean, if special defense was I would not be against whittling special attack down 20 or 30 points, or whittling attack 20 or 30 points to make his defense 95 or higher. And that would still work in his favor, you know? I mean, it makes more sense that way. But we're not too worried about that. So I'm still thinking that this is a really decent pickup, and I don't regret picking this Pokemon up. I'm not likely going to think of trading it. I'm probably going to trade one of the first couple round things. I mean, we get, I think, 6 trades, so we get 3 free agent and 3 team trades. So I got 3 opportunities to fix this without having to give anything up really big. So I guess that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time for the Week 2 analysis. I kind of can't get my hands on Week 1. I mean, I kind of can, but the way that those battles are going to be done is that I'm just not going to do it live. I think I might do playoffs live, but I'm not going to do live regular season. They're all just going to pretty much be commentary on what I did and what my thought process was for those. And that's it. That's really all I wanted to give for those. I also have other stuff coming out soon, beginning July 1st. I think I want to keep it a surprise. I don't really want to say what it is. But I will say another Nuzlocke is coming up soon, starting July 1st. And then July 3rd, new Smogon Showdown aspect is coming in. Or what I would call is like a new thing I'm doing. Like, Showdown sessions are coming back, regular and another form of Showdown session that I kind of made up. So you're getting some good content. So you're probably going to get 4 to 5 days a week of content. So you're welcome. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Later.